Long ago, in the land of Egypt, a group of people called the Israelites were living as slaves. They were forced to work long hours, building cities and monuments for the powerful Pharaoh. Their cries for freedom filled the air, and God heard their suffering. This is the story of Moses and the Great Exodus, a story of faith, courage, and liberation. It all began with a baby named Moses. Born at a time when Pharaoh had ordered all Hebrew baby boys to be killed, Moses' mother placed him in a basket and set him adrift on the Nile River. Pharaoh's own daughter found him, took pity on him, and raised him as her own in the royal palace. Moses grew up surrounded by wealth and power, but deep down, he never forgot his true identity. And one day, Moses saw an Egyptian taskmaster beating a Hebrew slave. Unable to stand by, Moses intervened and killed the Egyptian. Fearing for his life, he fled Egypt and settled in the land of Midian. There, he became a shepherd and started a new life. But God had a bigger plan for Moses. One day, as Moses tended his sheep, he saw something extraordinary. A bush that was on fire, but wasn't burning up. As he approached, God's voice called out from the flames, "Moses, I have seen the suffering of my people. I am sending you to Pharaoh to demand their freedom." Moses was scared. He argued with God, saying he wasn't the right person for the job. But God promised to be with him and even gave him miraculous signs to prove his power. With his brother Aaron as his spokesperson, Moses returned to Egypt. Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh with a simple message from God: "Let my people go." But Pharaoh's heart was hard. He refused, and so began a series of plagues that struck Egypt. Plague after plague fell upon Egypt, 10 in total. Each one showed God's power and Pharaoh's stubbornness. Finally, after the 10th plague, the death of every firstborn in Egypt, Pharaoh relented. Broken and grieving, he told Moses, "Take your people and go." With Pharaoh's permission, the Israelites set out on their journey to freedom, but their escape was short-lived. Pharaoh changed his mind and sent his army to chase them. The Israelites found themselves trapped between the Red Sea and Pharaoh's forces. In that moment of fear, God told Moses to raise his staff. When he did, the waters of the Red Sea parted, creating a dry path for the Israelites to cross. They walked through, walls of water on either side, while Pharaoh's army followed. But as soon as the Israelites were safe, the waters crashed back, swallowing the Egyptian army. The Israelites were finally free. They sang songs of joy and praised God for his mighty deliverance. But their journey was far from over. They would spend 40 years in the wilderness, learning to trust God and follow his ways. Moses became a great leader, guiding the Israelites and teaching them God's laws. The story of the Exodus reminds us of the power of faith, the importance of standing up for what is right, and the truth that God hears the cries of the oppressed. If you like this video, consider giving it a like and subscribe to the channel.